We have, I've got the Three of Swords, the Judgment in the center of the reading, the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands in the reverse, Queen of Cups, and then we have the reversed Devil, clarified by the Five of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Major arcanas are the Judgment, which is Scorpio, and the Devil, which is Capricorn. Also got Sagittarius, Libra, more Libra, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and it's like more Scorpio with the Five of Cups. There's a delay here. It could have something, I'm going to guess, with travel or something traveling. Could be by plane. It could be something like fiber optics traveling through the air, like a message or a phone call or just something moving quickly is in the reverse. So this is heartbreaking for someone. Could also have something to do with expansion. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so in the reverse, that would be a lack of expansion, a lack of movement. Someone may have had to make a sacrifice here, a very difficult choice, make a sacrifice to get free of something toxic. They could have sacrificed money or financial possibility. Because whatever it is, getting free of this devil is a relief to someone, but it's also sad at the Five of Cups. Somebody's crying over spilled milk here in the near future. Could have something to do with a feminine energy that's got heavy Pisces in her chart. Somebody that's very empathetic, very emotionally balanced, very intuitive. Get another pass with the tarot here, and then I'll use some clarification oracles. Three of Swords, Eight of Wands reversed. The Moon. There could have been some secrecy with whatever this is. Very possible. Cancer energy with the Moon. That's another major arcana. Could have had something to do with the fourth house, which is, foundations, early life foundations, home. Talk to me about the Judgment and the Queen of Cups, please. Judgment, Queen of Cups. Clarify, please. Thank you. So I have a Ten of Cups here. Somebody's Mars could be in Pisces. Somebody could have their planet Mars in the sign of Pisces. Ten of Cups. And I also have this Page of Wands here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody got good news regarding a family, or a family got good news, or a family is about to set foot on a new journey, on something new and exciting. There's a lot of, could be a child, could have something to do with a child, because we have a woman here with a baby in her arms, and then pages, to me, always represent a younger energy. Okay. Or it could just be childlike energy. Childlike awe, But in the future here, we have a difficult choice to get away from something. Could have something to do with finance, or there's a sacrifice being made here, a financial sacrifice. Okay. Spirit, talk to me about this Two of Swords, Five of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and the Devil reversed. Yeah, the Nine of Wands, which is our wounded warrior. More Sagittarius energy here. Somebody just feels really beat up by whatever this is. Really just worn out, but they have fought the good fight. They have powered through this sadness, this immense sadness here. getting free of this toxicity meant some sort of emotionally troubling situation. But they fought the good fight, powered through it, and they're still standing their ground. Could have something to do with the 8th house, Mars, Pluto, which is our transformational energies, Pluto primarily. So yeah, this experience hasn't been easy. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Somebody, I noticed just right here, these cards present a certain kind of mood. If you look at the colors, it's a very drab, depressing gray, kind of somber energy. But now, to clarify, we go back to color. We have a Chariot, which is a very vibrant and lively card. More Cancer energy. We have a lot of Cancer energy here with the Chariot and the Moon. Chariot is unstoppable. Success, determination. And we have somebody with a very idealistic, very sweet energy who wants to approach someone here and give them a cup of love. Could be a romantic proposal, or it could just be a very sweet, innocent sort of loving energy. Okay. Let's get some clarity, please, with these Oracle Spirit. Talk to me about the Moon, the 3 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands reversed. Okay, I don't know why that got cut off. But I have a Page of Swords here and repletion, clarifying the 8 of Wands reversed and the 3 of Swords upright and the Moon. I'm getting a lot of heavy emotion here, very emotional here with the Moon energy. 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak. This is emotion. This is intensification, magnification of emotions here. Repletion. And the Page of Swords. Somebody here is looking into something. And there's some sort of an abundance or a delay of abundance that's upsetting to someone here. A good supply of something, and there's delays here, and someone is seeing that as they look into something, and it's heartbreaking for them. Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, Judgment. Please clarify with the 10 of Cups. Death in the reverse. Scorpio energy, more Scorpio. A lot of Scorpio in the center of the reading, which is considered more or less the present kind of energies that are, energies are fluid, but this is considered more or less present. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? Death in the reverse is the avoidance of some kind of change or transformation. Okay, not wanting to end something. Something needs to end, okay? The energy to end something is right there, but someone's avoiding it. Again, could have something to do with a family. Lots of water energy in that center, which is emotion and intuition, okay? Queen of Cups, Death, Judgment, and 10 of Cups, that's all water energy right there. Someone's avoiding some kind of an ending, and it has something to do with a family. Talk to me, Spirit, about this 2 of Swords, Chariot, Knight of Cups, 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the Devil reversed with the Page of Pentacles. Oh, wrong deck, excuse me. Clarify, please, Spirit. Clarify. This is a King of Swords. It's called the Prince of Swords in this deck, but that is the King of Swords equivalent. So we could be talking about an Aquarius masculine here. Okay. Or someone just in their masculine energy. Okay. No gender. Not gender specific. We all have masculine and feminine energy. So the King of Swords thinks clearly. Okay, could be an authority figure or somebody with a sense of authority or who carries themselves with authority. Okay, who had to make a head over heart decision here to get free of something. But once they did, everything went back to color. Their determination and their feelings of romance came back. And, you know, romanticizing something or being idealistic doesn't have to be romantic per se. Okay, it's just a very, very positive, sometimes rose-colored glasses kind of energy, but it's just somebody that is very rosy and warm toward something or someone here. And there is an unstoppable energy of, like I say, romance or something. The King of Swords is not a romantic energy, okay? That is a very clear-headed, very focused, very businesslike energy here. So let's find out a little more about that. All right. Who is this King of Swords? Hey, you know, nobody ever said that, you know, just because somebody makes head over heart decisions that they can't feel love, okay? This decision is definitely about love. This person has had some kind of an awakening here with this Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's been some sort of an awakening. Person's been through hell and back, and they are still standing. And this experience that was hard for them to get free of brought them to a spiritual awakening of some sort. Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, let's get a word of advice from the oracles here. I'm going to use these oracles here. Okay. Advice, please. Excuse me. The advice for the heartbreak and the delay and the moon here. Find balance. I think of 3 as an off-balance sort of number, okay? You've heard 3 is a crowd. Well, the 3 of Swords is not 2 swords in the heart, but 3. So where you had 1 sword here, 1 sword here, it's now off balance because you have a 3rd sword. Sore. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's feeling sore over something. You got to find balance. So just, you know, start by healing little by little. Time will heal to some extent, but you also have to want to heal and be willing to do the inner work and face whatever it was that, you know, hurt you. Be willing to look at that honestly and squarely, which is hard. Okay. Talk to me, please, Spirit, about the Death reverse, the Judgment, 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Page of Wands. And Judgment. I don't know if I said Judgment. 2 came out here. So this finding balance and this heartbreak, this was recent past energy, okay? So in order to come to this place of making a quality decision with a clear head here, person had to get their head out of the clouds because we have fairy spotting here in reverse. And we have precious time here. Something like someone's family here is precious to them. So they made this sacrifice, whatever it was. Okay. Talk to me, please, about the King of Swords, the 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 2 of Swords, Chariot, Ace of Cups, and Knight of Cups. Thank you. Ooh, I can't make it up. The Devil. And then we have temptation. Someone resisted a temptation here, and it was ever so hard for them because it looks like there was some sort of very promising financial situation at the, you know, end of it, or that was the reward that Satan used to dangle in this person's face, okay? But like I say, as beat up as they felt, they're still fighting the good fight and standing strong. And now their feelings of love, have come back into full color. And they are determined, unstoppable, to have success. But there is a temptation. There is a temptation that they must resist. Okay. Whatever it is in the hidden depths. There could be layers and depths to this temptation and situation that only someone intuitive could know, but possibly not be able to explain, okay? So the word of advice is getting your balance. Things in life are going to happen that hurt. That's just part of it. Those things remind us we're alive, okay? But we have to want to get our balance back. We have to want to get our head out of the clouds, and we have to determine if it is. And sometimes when we're hurting and our ego's involved, we are in denial about so many things. Sometimes we don't even realize that we are in denial. Precious time. Time is precious, and other things like family are precious to us. Okay? Temptation's not going anywhere. We're always going to face temptations. Okay? Sometimes it's the hidden depths. We have to pluck that cord, be willing to pluck that cord and figure out what is it deep down inside of us that, because the devil knows, okay, what tempts us. He knows how to get each and every person. He knows your weaknesses, sensitivity, everything. He knows. He studies those things because that's just, it's how he takes us down, basically, but we can't let him. Things are going to hurt sometimes, especially resisting a temptation, but we have to be willing to know and identify with the Two of Swords here. We have to know right from wrong, okay? And sometimes that's hard when we can't see. The devil likes to keep us blind. He likes to keep us uninformed, and he likes to keep us tempted, and we have to be discerning enough to know the light from the dark and how we're going to steer that chariot, what direction. Because the chariot is the fastest moving energy in the whole tarot deck. Okay, it's like a freight train. You can't just throw a dime on the tracks and expect it to stop. Chariot is very fast moving, very laser focused, determined energy. So you got to know how to control these two horses and which way are you going to tug on the reins, because depending on how you tug those reins or pull those reins, where you end up depends upon that. So we have difficult decisions, and we may not always make the right one, and we will have to be merciful to ourselves when we don't. But if we can make the right one and we know the difference, we should make the right one. God, doesn't ask us to do it alone or without reward. So that's all I have. Thanks.